Welcome back, old guy here, and as usual, Mrs. Old Guy behind the camera. Hello, Mrs. Old Guy.
Good morning.
So, I decided that we were going to do some corn chowder for lunch, and I thought, well, I'd go ahead and share it with y'all. So this is going to be a recipe for corn chowder, 2 people. And I have got our Colorado-grown Olathe sweet corn, and it is really good sweet corn. If you can get it, great. You're in for a treat. If not, I guess you can use your local corn. I'm sure there's other sweet corns out there. And if you don't have fresh corn, you can always go to and get a quality frozen sweet corn, I suppose would work okay. So I'm just going to shuck these 2 ears, and that's all it takes is 2 ears of corn. This is going to make a nice pot for the both of us. We'll probably get a couple of bowls apiece. And, alright, so we're just going to go from there. We'll rinse these off, get rid of a little more of that corn silk. Off camera. Okay. Dust that off a little bit. Very good. So the first one, cut it off. And you, hopefully it doesn't do that to you. So you cut this corn off, and they have a little tool that just slides down the cob and cuts the whole thing at once, but I don't have one, so I'm just using Excalibur. You're going to cut them off both cobs. Cut the corn off, but we're going to do different things with them. So gather up that little bit if I can, I guess. So this is going to go into the food processor. Well, most of it. Okay. And I want to add just a little bit of water, maybe a 1/4 cup. Just a little bit. Just to help to bust it up and mix it around. All right, here we go. Okay, Mrs. Old Guy, come on over here. Let's let the folks see what that's going to look like for them. A little bit like cream corn. Okay. And I'm just going to try and get that extra off of there. Alright. So that's going to go into my little saucepan here. Try and get out as much as I can. My hands are clean, so greatest kitchen tool ever. A hand. Okay. Rinse this over here. This is really simple and quick. This will be done in about 30 minutes, and that's total time. Okay, so we're going to get this cut. From this ear, this is going to go right into the pan. Onion skin there, I don't want that in there. Alright. So now we're going to put this in the pot. Now for the veg, also very simple. I got a peeled carrot here. far as veg goes, if you want to add other veg, it's your call. I like to keep it fairly simple, and also the size. Yeah, if you like great big chunks, put in big chunks. Depends for me on what soup I'm cooking, how big I like my pieces. And this one I try to make everything about the same size, about the size of that kernel of corn. So it all kind of cooks evenly that way. Close enough. Get that in here. Got a stick of celery here, or stalk. Cut that end off. May not use all of this. We will see. This is something that Mrs. Old Guy and I really enjoy every summer. As soon as the corn is in season, we will make up batches of this. Sometimes we make great big pots, which isn't always maybe the best thing to do with corn chowder, unless you got a bunch of people eating. Most of the time we just make this small batch for just the two of us. So this is a small little yellow onion here. Everybody's got their own way of dicing stuff. This is the way I do it, so except for when I make a mess like that. I'm only going to put in about half. So far these piles have all been about the same size. And that's all I'm looking for really, is about equal amounts of these veg. I do want more corn than anything else. Okay, so there's the veg. That's pretty simple. Now I'm going to add a cup and a half of water. Unless I slosh it all over me. I'll add about another quarter cup back in there. I made a mess, Mrs. Old Guy.
Not a surprise.
Alright, so I'm going to turn this on to medium-high heat. Cover it. Let that start to come to temp. And I'm going to get the meat ready now. I'm going to use ham this time. I've used bacon. I've used smoked sausages of different kinds. So it all depends on what you like. This time I'm going to use a ham steak. I think, what do we got here? That's about 6 ounce ham steak. We'll just cut this into some strips and then we'll dice it up. Alright. This soup is a quick one, 30 minutes or less. And that includes what I'm doing here. If you cut your veggies real big, though, it will take longer. It's just that simple. The more surface area, quicker it'll cook. So littler pieces cook quicker than big ones, right? Okay. And the ham's in there. All right. So that's the first part, and in and done in just a few minutes. And I'll be back in about 15 or 20 when this is cooked, and I'm going to show you what to do after that. All right, we'll see you in a minute. Okie doke. So it has been roughly, I don't know, 15 minutes maybe. I'm not sure. You know, if you look at the timestamp, on the video, you might actually see how long it's been. It's not been very long. All right, come on in here, Mrs. Old Guy. It looks delicious. The veggies are just now tender. They got just a little bit of, still a little bit of firmness to them, but they're not by any means crunchy. So I've got another cup and a quarter of milk, or not another, but a cup and a quarter of milk. And I'm going to turn the heat back up now a little bit. Give that a stir. Looks beautiful. And this is where I'm going to put in a little salt and pepper. And normally I just kind of eyeball it, but for you guys, I guess I'll go ahead and measure it out. But I really don't put a whole lot of seasoning in with this soup while I'm cooking it. Generally, if I'm going to add more salt or pepper, I'll just do it when I'm eating. But do need to add a little bit. Pull this open so I can actually see what I'm doing. Okay, half a teaspoon of salt. And I'm going to add the same of black pepper. Just a half a teaspoon. Alright, we want to bring this up to a boil. It's pretty much done right now. If you like your soups a little thin, this would be just fine to eat it right now. And if you'd rather keep it kind of vegetarian, you don't have to put in the meat. You don't have to add in milk if you don't want. It's completely up to you. So what we want to do, I like the soup kind of thick myself. So while this is coming up to the boil, we got another quarter cup of water there. I'll probably put 3 tablespoons cornstarch in here, but I may not use it all. It just depends. Like I said, I'll see how thick it looks and stop when I think I like it. So screw that lid back on. All right, so it's not going to be long here. It's already steaming really well. Get this mixed in. Okay, yep, starting to come up to a boil already. Come on over here, Mrs. Old Guy. Add this in. I guess I'm going to add it all. I'm sure it's going to be just fine. It's not going to take long for this to thicken up. If you want to use cream, if you want to use condensed milk, like evaporated milk, that'd be just fine. I've used canned milk making this recipe several times. Gives it kind of an extra creamy taste. Any kind of milk you don't like, you don't have to use milk at all. All right, we are seconds from done. Beautiful. I've taken and added cheese to this soup, and as a matter of fact, I think I'm going to do that. Just keep rolling there, Mrs. Old Guy.
Okay.
So I've got some cheddar cheese left over here. And I'm going to show you how I deal with that really quick. I'm just going to get the package open. Somehow, all right. Don't worry, folks, I haven't gone. I know you're not at all worried. All right. So, real quick, like, I'm going to grate up 1 ounce or so, maybe 2 ounces of cheddar. This is just mild cheddar, sharp cheddar, any cheddar. You want to use Swiss? Whatever kind of cheese you like. Brie would melt in there really nice. That's not a whole lot. That's maybe, an ounce and a half or so. Maybe 2 ounces, I doubt it, but at least an ounce. And just dust that with a little bit of flour. If you saw my beer cheese video, you'll know why I did that. If you didn't, you should watch it and you'll know. That's already melted in. Beautiful. All right. I'm going to call that good. Grab something here to dish it with. This will work. It's not what I want, but it will work. All right. I'll dish some out for both Mrs. Old Guy and myself. Like I said, this is going to make a nice bowl full, a couple of them for each of us. So we'll either eat it all now or maybe have a bowl of soup for tomorrow too. We'll see. Oh, it smells unbelievable. So good. Right. Smell good to you, Mrs. Old Guy?
It does.
Move this out of my way. Let's get a close up on that. This is a good. A little more salt. Pepper. Look at that. Beautiful color. All right. Oh. That is great. Super quick, super easy. Sweet corn chowder for 2 people. Hit the subscribe button below. Leave a comment if you like, and I want you to check out Val over at Trippy Foods and check out some of the neat stuff that he does. Always putting something new and different in his mouth, food-wise. All right, we'll see y'all next time. Bye for now.